What's going on, guys? Yesterday there was a community outbreak from the H1Z1 Just Survive developers. So in this stream they've been talking a lot about the future of the game, and I thought maybe I could post this on my channel for the people that haven't saw this yet, because this is pretty exciting. So for the people that didn't saw the live stream, a lot of cool stuff got talked about in this live stream, and yeah, these are the highlights, so hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah, so I mean, this is one of many components that we're looking to build on, obviously, right? Like just as the survey that went out to you guys last week clearly showed, like base building is one of the more popular aspects of the game itself, right? I think it's one of the areas that sets itself apart, but I think we all recognize that it can be a lot better. And there are a bunch of different ways that we're going to make it better, but we wanted to share one aspect of that with you guys today, and that is that we're adding modular pieces to your building construction set, right? So you're going to be able to go in and custom shape your own walls. We're adding custom pieces like windows and door frames that actually have manifolds on them that you can open and close. So we're going to get a lot of gameplay variety out of these core pieces. So the concept is, right, like you start with a small foundation, you build your way up, you're getting all these additional pieces, right, and then you're moving them up. Like, you know, a wood base is good and it's relatively strong, but against an IED, perhaps it's not a good match, right? So how do I make my base more defensible, right? That's moving through the different tiers of construction. So I want to move from potentially wood to metal onto concrete, stronger fortified materials, and we're going to give you that ability. I know it's something you guys have been clamoring for a long time. We spent some really, good cycles the last couple of months, getting the core foundation of that right, ensuring that it fits within our universe and it's something that's understood and approachable, and we'll continue to build on that. So it's not rolling out tomorrow or the day after, no. But it is something that we are actively working on right now, and we are promising and you to deliver. Like we will have this and Just Survive, and I think it's going to be a massive game changer. So I appreciate your guys' commitment and the excitement that was generated with the patch, but know that we are going to build on that momentum and continue to deliver quality content that goes beyond fixes. This is about creating a really amazing world for you guys to create your own legacy in, really.
Stream.
Hey, so Cal737 asked a really good question, and it's like, do we have any ideas for how we're going to get concrete and these different materials, like maybe using a pickaxe for harvesting rocks, stuff like that? So the answer to your question flatly is yes. Like there will definitely be unique recipes for each of these things, and unique materials required to build them up. Some instances may not even exist in the game yet, so we'll probably have to create complementary content for that. But absolutely, like it's not like you're going to put 10 logs into a wooden wall and then also 20 logs into a concrete wall. It doesn't work like that, right? So we need the proper materials kind of match it up, and really putting logic into the crafting system is something that we really want to drive as well. So that's something we'll dive into later, but know that yes, absolutely, we're thinking about that kind of stuff.
On some tower. So Deja Vu, did you see some of the wildlife? Did you see the wolf pack?
No,
that's too bad.
Sean Johnson was in his office,
okay.
But after this I'm gonna run him up there and
it's pretty cool. It's one of the first things I saw when I came on. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got some good stuff coming for wildlife. I think, honestly, like that's one of those systems where it becomes so much more interesting. Because I know I'm not alone in this regard. I want this world to be dangerous, right? And it's like, but I also want it to be kind of opt-in, right? It's like there are things in the world that I can approach and I know they're inherently dangerous, and I'm choosing to opt into this scenario, right? If I see a wolf pack, like I'm gonna, I might run, or I might choose, all right, I'm gonna get in here with an axe and figure it out.
Right now, you're gonna crouch and punch them in the face a few times, and then they'll
right
fall over dead.
Right. I just jump over them with a hatchet usually, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's been really nice.
That's awesome.
Really refreshing.
People talking about weather. We can jump into that. It's a very delicate subject, I know.
It is, yeah.
The weather system is pretty cool, actually. It is in there. The problem with it is it's a performance hog. I mean, it's a system hog. It kills things. So as much as I want to, turn snow on for the holidays and all that stuff, it's... And trust me, I do. Like, I actually went and talked to some people. It's like, is that even a possibility? Is that something we can do? It's like, it's in there, but people are not going to enjoy their experience.
Yeah.
We're going to fix that. We need weather in the game. It's a big part of what we want to do for 2017 with setting the right mood. You can do that very, very easily with weather. I mean, the Division pulls it off perfectly, I think, right?
Right. I think a big component of that is set dressing as well. So it's one of those things that we have to do right, and we have to layer in over time. And at the core of it, right, like we're really focused on performance and player experience right now.
Quality,
and if we don't get those right first, like who cares if it's snow on the ground if you're running at 5 frames per second? Like nobody, right?
Yeah.
We can't deliver that. So as much as we would love to flip a switch, it's like we just can't do that overnight. Like we want to make sure that everything we do forward, we do right.
Yep. exactly
good.
right.
I think that's the right track.
New map. People are talking about that. We're not talking about that anytime
Not
soon.
talking about
They're
that today.
asking. We'll get to that at some point.
Hey, look, you got somebody on there.
Hey,
Ted.
Ted, look at
Just
Ted.
want to say thank you for all that awesome feedback, and hopefully that keeps up in the future.
So I'm going to ask you a question, Greg.
Okay, what's up?
Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Are you?
Yes, I've been with H1Z1 and Just Survive since before day one.
Yeah.
And we had a pretty strong start,
Damn.
and I think right now we're setting ourselves up to knock it out of the park. And I haven't been this excited about Just Survive and H1Z1 in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need
I'm
to
excited.
do the presentation we did this morning for a couple more people internally.
Yeah,
Or on Bandit.
Yeah.
Just running
So
around.
Mr. A to the Z brings up a good point. It's like he hasn't seen any zombies yet. It's like I feel you on that. I'll just say that again. It's like we talked about improving wildlife and zombies. Like the population of those increasing is definitely important for us. And like, how do we do that with balancing player numbers and ensuring that we're getting performance? There's a lot of different methods for us to go about that. But know that like this is a zombie survival game at its core, and it has a lot of really tangible aspects, whether that's base building or rating and all this other stuff that is really important too. But if you don't see a zombie for 10 minutes, like, are you in a world with zombies? I don't know. So we'll have to balance those things out.
Call me Benji. I think we talked about this in the AMA a little bit yesterday. I kind of touched on it a little. But, our biggest obstacle right now is earning back the community's trust.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
We still have a ways to go. We're not just going to assume one or two updates is going to fix that.
Right.
We're in this for the long haul. This isn't some little, kind of short one and done type deal. I mean, we're committed.
Trust me when I say that neither this guy or myself would be here if we weren't fully committed to this thing. This isn't like, hey, come in, like, put a bow on Just Survive, get it out of early access in a month or two. Like, we're not. That is not our plans. Like, we have much bigger aspirations than that, and we know the potential of this game, and we really want to see it through. So, again, like, I know you guys have heard a lot of promises in the past, so we're trying not to layer in a ton of promises, or especially related to content. But just know that we've got an eye for quality, and we really want to drive that as much as we can.
Melee is a big part of next year too. We can talk a little bit about that.
Can we? All right.
I just decided.
Cool. It has been decided. We can talk about
knew
Melee.
this would happen.
Look, I'll just say, like, from the perspective of Melee, like, I think we can all see that it's not where it needs to be, right? It's like it's a little disconnected in terms of experience. So our goal is to make it impactful, and we just really want to give you good player feedback, right? Like, I want you to know when you're going to hit something. I want you to know when you're going to be hit by something. These are basic tenets, right?
Yep.
So it's solidifying the Melee experience at its core, and then adding a good degree of polish so it's a bit more impactful are really our near-term goals. And I won't get into specifics, but again, there's just so much that we can do to increase the core gameplay here with Just Survive, and that's really going to be our focus.
Yeah.